Hello everyone, this is Professor Govind. In this video session, let us talk about a term called multimedia. Let's understand the meaning of multimedia, basics of multimedia, and this is your module 5. In computer applications, this is your module 5. Let's understand in basic what exactly multimedia is, what are the uses of multimedia, and in upcoming videos we'll discuss about the components, more technical aspects of multimedia, like what are the components we have, what are the tools we use to design something called multimedia. All of that technical stuff we'll discuss in upcoming videos. In this particular video session we'll have a discussion on what multimedia is, what are the uses of multimedia, why something called multimedia is used. So let's understand the basic meaning of multimedia. Here multi stands for many or multiple. Multiple means we can combine multiple media elements. Now what the media is, why the media is used. In general, media is used for communication, to convey your idea, to convey your thoughts. We can use media. It can be any kind of media because there are multiple media elements available in the world. We need a suitable medium to exchange our thoughts and express our feelings. There are 4 basic media elements. Those can be used by a human being for intercommunication. As I said earlier, as a human being, we rely upon one of these mediums to convey our ideas to the other person, to the audience. And those mediums are, or those medias are, text, graphic, audio and video. Using one of these elements or using all of these elements in combination, we can convey our idea, we can express our feelings so that the other person or the audience understands what exactly you are trying to tell, what you are trying to communicate. The term multimedia refers to combination of more than one such medium for communication and conveying of information. So multimedia is a combination of all these mediums which are used for communication, which are used for conveying your ideas. Multimedia can be defined. Let us have a look at the technical definition of the term called multimedia now. Multimedia can be defined as an integration, as a combination of associated text, graphics, audio, video, animation, etc., represented by a computer or any electronic means or electronic device to express your idea. So multimedia is a form of communication that combines different contents of text, different content forms such as text, audio, images, animations and video in a single presentation. So what are the components we have then? What are the components we have? But before discussing about components, let us have a look at what are the uses. What exactly are the uses of something called multimedia? By now, we have understood what multimedia is. Multimedia is a combination of multiple media elements such as text, graphic, audio, video and animation. And why the multimedia is used? Multimedia is used as a communication tool so that we can have effective communication between two individuals or two or more individuals. So it is a communication tool. You can present your ideas, you can present your thoughts in a more processed or in a more effective manner, in a more attractive manner. Hence we have something called as multimedia, wherein we can combine multiple components of communication. So what are the uses? What are the uses of multimedia? What are the advantages of multimedia? Where all we can use multimedia? Multimedia can be used in the field of education. Multimedia can be used in the sector of entertainment. It can be used for commercial purpose in business. It can be used as mass media communication. It can be used in the sector of advertisement. It can be used as well in the field of science and technology. So name a sector, there we have a use of this technology called multimedia. Multimedia can be used in business for presentations, for training, for marketing, for advertisements, for product demos or service demonstrations, for network communication, etc. With the use of multimedia presentations, the audience can easily understand a concept or a demonstration about a service or about a product. It provides an effective and efficient way to grab the attention of the audience and share information about various products easily. So in business, if you advertise your products or services using multimedia components, it is not only effective, it will not only be effective, but it also attracts your viewers, it will also attract your audience, because when you combine all these components, it creates an effective presentation method. It can be used in the field of education as well. It takes the method of teaching and learning to the next level. Many schools, many educational institutions are now encouraging teachers to use multimedia tools along with their traditional teaching methods. It helps the brain of student, of a learner, to absorb and retain information more easily, because visual processing or visual tools are generally very easy to learn and to understand. Anything which is available on your screen in a form of multimedia, as a student you can understand it very easily rather than only oral communication. It increases learning effectiveness and is more productive than only traditional teaching methods. The multimedia approach helps the students or learners to develop higher order thinking skills. It provides easy access and fast delivery. It can be used as tutorials, course materials, tests and other aspects of education, because generally multimedia contents are available online to all the learners, all the students. As I said earlier, it can be used in the field of business for advertisement. Multimedia is widely used in the field of entertainment industry. It is specially used to develop special effects in movies and video games. Music and video apps are the most glaring examples of rise of multimedia in entertainment. The use of multimedia in the gaming industry made it possible to make interactive games. The integrated audio and visual effects make video games more fascinating and more interesting. Social networking apps along with multimedia tools allow users to watch and share photos, videos and other things on social networking sites. So look at the use of multimedia almost in all the sectors. In education, it can be used as tutors. In businesses, it can be used for advertisements. In science and technology, it can be used for model designing or model making. In science and technology, it is also used for simulations. So name a sector. Simulation is a technique of creating a fake machine or a dummy machine so that the functions of that machines can be tested. Like we have the simulations for driving tutorials. We have simulations for driving instructions or driving instructors. So it can be used in the field of science and technology. It can be used in the field of education, academics. For advertisement, it is primarily used. So it can be used, name a sector, it can be used in a given sector. Why? Because the advantage is visual effects generally grab the audience attention, people's attention. Hence it is an effective way of expressing your ideas, expressing your thoughts. It is an most effective way. So this is about the basics of multimedia. Let us have a look at briefly what are the components we have, how the multimedia is designed, how exactly the multimedia is designed. Let us have a look at those components, and in our upcoming videos in detail we'll discuss about each of those components. So what are the components? Components are the forms through which multimedia is designed. Components are the necessary elements using which multimedia is designed. So by now we have understood multimedia. Let me repeat again. Multimedia is a combination of multiple elements, multiple media elements. So these are the components, and this is what we will be learning in our upcoming videos. The components of multimedia are text, graphics. In graphics we'll discuss about these kind of softwares. Then we have is sound, we then have is animation, and we have is video. So video, this is the fifth element, and these are the topics that we'll be discussing about. These are the topics about each of those components that we'll be discussing about in our upcoming videos. For now, let me conclude my video here, and in this video we have discussed about, we understood what multimedia is, we understood what are the advantages of multimedia, and one limitation that we have with multimedia is it is quite expensive as compared to other media. If you use individual media like print media, like video media, etc., as compared to those individual media elements, this is quite expensive. We'll have to spend little extra amount of money while creating this, because it requires a specialized software, a specialized machine, as well as a designer. But in basic it can be prepared without any expense. Like the most common example of multimedia is your PPT. Presentation is a combination of text, images, as well as graphics, animation, etc. Isn't it? In MS PowerPoint, that is in PPT slide, we include everything. But it is the most basic form of multimedia. It is not the high-end multimedia tool. It is not the high-end multimedia software. If you want to have a high-end multimedia software, you will have to spend money on it. So it is quite expensive. Apart from it, we have all the advantages. So we discussed about advantages. We learned what exactly is the limitation with it, and where all the application of multimedia is, like in the field of education sector, in the field of science and technology. As simulator it is used for simulation. It can be used in the field of business for advertisement. It can be used in other fields as well. So in our next videos we'll discuss about each of these components. So this is Govind sir signing out. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much.